Today, for the very first time, we are meeting a familiar face in a new role.
The Padres are putting a former bullpen leader in charge of the whole clubhouse now, Craig Stammen. CBS 8's John Howard live at Petco Park. The team laying out its vision, announcing their new guy here, John.
Yeah, very interesting hire. I cannot wait to see how things unfold over the next several months. They're getting a good man. You know, at today's press conference, he brought in his family, his wife, his 4 kids, his brother, and his parents were all in attendance. And one of the knocks, if you will, on Craig Stammen is that he has no managerial experience. But what he does have is people skills, and he talked about, before he talks one bit of strategy with his new team that he's in charge of, or management for that matter, is to instill a family atmosphere. Here's what Craig had to say about some of his philosophy.
Family a lot at the beginning of my opening statement, and I hope to bring that type of culture to the team. I want our staff to bond in a way that creates relationships that are lifelong lasting. And I think that's, goal number 1 for me, is just to create those relationships.
Stammen spent 6 years as a pitcher in the Padres organization, 13 years as a big leaguer, retired 3 years ago, and the last 2 years has been with the organization as an assistant to the coaching staff and baseball operations team. A.J. Preller says Stammen's skills as a man and a leader made him an easy choice.
We've all seen employees when they're around their boss and maybe say what the boss wants to hear. And Craig was, looking at the owners of the Padres and explaining to them in a very well thought out, detailed manner why maybe a different path was better for us in that season at that point in time.
And back here at Petco Park, last week when he was introduced, I said, I have no idea if this is a good hire, but I do know he was a good man that they hired. And all my dealings with Craig in the clubhouse, getting interviews with him, or watching him perform out on the mound and how he handled himself, he is a quality individual. The big question still remains, can he manage a baseball team? My impressions after this press conference, they've got a good guy with good people skills who wants to develop a family culture in the locker room. And this is a locker room that talked a lot about family atmosphere, and that this year's team had a lot of that. So the fact that he wants to take it where it's at now and bring it up to another level, it'll be interesting to see how he executes that and how it results in more wins on the field. We'll see. Obviously, they all want to get beyond the 90 wins in a regular season, but go deeper into the postseason.